Welcome, Agnes. It's a really pleasure to have you here. And it is an exceptional opportunity, I must say, to have this meeting in such a beautiful location in Venice, in the Nanni Bernardo Palace, right on the edge of the Grand Canal. It's really a pleasure to have this conversation. This is the heart of Venice. May I ask you first to say a couple of words about yourself and your background?
Yep. Architecture and in facade engineering. I was always on the technical side. My interest was on the technical side of architecture, and facade engineering is just the right profession for it. Worked with famous architects like Zaha at the beginning of my career, and then I switched to a facade consultant, moved to Dubai, and in 2011 I started my own facade engineering practice, Koltay Facades. Currently we run 2 offices in Dubai and Singapore, and we are working on exciting projects, mostly high-rise buildings, big developments, or interesting, innovative, challenging facades.
The conference today centers on the theme of performance-based facade design, especially the intersection between advanced technologies and natural elements, natural factors. And how do you see this intersection shaping the future of facade engineering and the development of building envelopes?
I think nature and architecture was always a pair, sometimes complementing each other, sometimes working against each other. The basic premise of architecture is to protect ourselves from nature. We like it or not, but nature is harsh, nature is too cold, too rainy, too poisonous, too noisy, and we need protection. On the other hand, architecture has always, even in the historic time, took motivation and inspiration from nature, and that informs the design and gives the starting idea for architects on many buildings. When it comes to engineering, we need to rely on technology, but it's definitely, when it comes to actually building the project, there's a wide selection of materials. Some of them are natural materials, some of them are more artificial or based on natural elements, but recreated in a more sustainable way. And that's always up to the project, the function, the actual aesthetics to see which ones works better.
Which recent project best illustrates a performance-based approach aiming at technical excellence?
You see, it's an interesting question. I feel extremely lucky that I ended up in Dubai at an early point of my career. Seeing projects that you design being constructed, going through the construction process within a relatively short time gives you tremendous feedback on what is practical, what is comfortable, what is easy to construct, what is available, how the developer reacts, how the occupants react, and all that feedback helped a lot in my career. I'm also very, very lucky and very proud to have worked on several projects which were creative and innovative and new in a way that we had to research technologies and we had to work with industry stakeholders to test out, research and develop processes, manufacturing processes to enable those buildings. When it comes to performance, there are actually different definitions of what is a well-performing facade. It depends on which side are you coming from. For the architect, it's almost purely aesthetic. For the occupant and for myself, it's more about air tightness, water tightness, structural behavior, fire resistance, acoustic behavior. And for the developer, it's everything, but also very much cost.
The cost.
For the contractor, it's buildability, availability, familiarity and traditions, and cost as well, speed of construction. So it's always an interesting role to pull it together and try to find a compromise. So the best performing building may not be best performing on one thing, but it would make happy and satisfy the majority of the stakeholders, or ideally all the stakeholders. I don't think that I can sample out just one project as best performing or well performing, because that's why we exist. That's our aim, to make all our projects well performing. That's our role. So if we are successful, then our project should end up well performing, and that comes again with the practicality side and the actual parameters of energy performance, structural performance, and so on. I cannot tell you one project, all of them should be well performing.
Well, at least you presented a beautiful project this afternoon.
Yes. The project I presented today was different. The project I presented today is a bit different than the majority of the projects we are doing. It's very much reliant on manual processes. It's a cast glass building with the traditional sense of cast glass, the craftsmanship part of cast glass. And although cast glass is an old technology, the casting, and it has been used for artistic projects and certain interior installations, but on a whole building scale, especially in a harsh climate, thermal breakage is an issue, heat absorbance is an issue. It's a very interesting task to work on this project. Projects like this don't happen every day, and I'm very happy that we could be part of it and we could help delivering this project.
So you work frequently with architects on projects that demands high performances per run and architectural signature, expression. And can you say a word about the best conditions to collaborate between architects and facade engineers to produce remarkable outcomes and to have a most efficient collaboration?
You see, it's generally our preference to be part of the project from an early day when the massing is already formed, the type of architecture is already decided, but it's early enough so the structure is not designed or set. We can have a good collaboration with the structural team because the base building, we are attaching our facade systems to the base building. So in order to gain efficiencies, we need to collaborate. And then ideas are great. They look nice on paper, but carrying out until handover during construction phase, what can bring the real success of the project, the team who has been involved during design and went through all the different ideas and experimented or tested out or calculated different scenarios can bring this knowledge to the construction process and can find the way how to still achieve the architectural vision and implement good performance in an efficient way.
Thank you.
So I would say the key would be continuous involvement in the project. There are some special projects which are really not everyday projects. They rely on new ideas, new materials, new way of using old materials. And for these, we are very frequently part of the competition team to advise on how to get around assumed technical limits and make it happen. And that's another interesting task.
Thank you, Agnes. It was a very nice moment we shared together here in Venice.
Yeah.
Enjoy your evening here at the Palace. Thank you very much.